work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work, hard work, hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. This is your boy Trey, and this is E2G presents to you, brings to you live and direct First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So you heard the intro. Come on and fall in with us. Some of your favorite vets on the net, bringing you this sports talk with a twist of entertainment, a twist of career aspiration, goals, and reminiscing, all that. Y'all know what it is if you're going to hear that. I know, bro. Hey, that's why I was laughing, fam. Like, hey, Eric, I've been sitting up and doing a whole show for like the last 10 minutes. So I looked up and realized I had to even, it was still saying schedule. I wasn't even live, bro. So that's crazy. I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, ain't no one on? Like, ain't no one messing with us? Is everyone in mourning? Looking at it, first and foremost, like I was like to say, is everyone in mourning? For the second time again this morning, I basically like to send prayers and condolences out to the family, friends, and loved ones of rapper from the Migos Takeoff, as it was found this morning that he was shot and killed in Houston. A tragic event, unfortunate situation. What I didn't realize is that a lot of people, as looking through social media, a lot of people didn't know who Takeoff was. Like, everyone's like, who's Takeoff, and things in that nature. Of course, like I said, 1/3 of the multi-platinum um, rap hip hop group, the Migos. Um, like I said, perished this morning in Houston, or unfortunate situation. As we basically, like I say again, prayers and condolences to his family, friends, and everyone. Yeah, it's shot and killed. Um, Somewhat still referencing to Houston, not necessarily in Houston, but last night the World Series was supposed to take place, in which the Astros were supposed to face off, play against the Phillies in Philadelphia. But due to weather, it was postponed. So they will play that game tonight and continue with game 4 tomorrow night. And then, of course, back to Houston, I believe, on Friday. In any case, for the most part, we could see a possibility to where Houston could be down 3-1. It could be tied 2-2, or Philadelphia could be down 3-1 in themselves, taking it back and going back to Houston, to where they can finish them off. Phillies, Houston, whichever side it is you're on, you get a little while. Just gotta wait a little longer to see what's going to be the outcome of Game 3. So, of course, here for it. Like I said, tonight, Game 3 of the World Series, as it was postponed yesterday, and then have Game 4 tomorrow night. Let me get back into it, bro. I was doing a whole show all by my lonesome. Hey, it goes like that sometimes. You sit up and be like, you know what? I'm going to do this show, whether anyone show up or not. I got to continue to push the line. Hold on, let me sit up and finish setting up. What's good with you this morning, Eric? How you was doing, bruh? Oh, where is? Like I said, plenty went on last night in the world of sports. You know what? I have a little college conversation, as we know tonight. What's good, sis? Good morning. Glad to see you in formation this morning. I'm sorry I was late. I'll be sure to write my own 4856. I might even post it. I don't know. You know what? I think we talked about it before, doing paperwork. My fault, fail. Like I said, I do my own paperwork. Like, you know what? I had to write my old 4856. For those of you who don't know, 4856 is a counseling form that basically is utilized to, whether good or bad, counseling for the most part to simply let you know what it is you're doing from a standpoint performance counseling, i.e. performance counseling. NCOs get a different type of counseling in the military. But performance counseling, like I've had to write mines a plethora of times, and mostly it has always been in correlation with a violation or something like that. I think the last time I wrote a counseling is because I was alleged to have disrespected uh, an officer, and I took feet planted firm in the pavement like I was MC Breed, and I took my stance, and I ended up having to go and write the. I was told to write my own counseling on the outcome. So I did it. I did do it, but interesting, definitely interesting. So I will be sure to make sure I counsel myself on being late to formation, even though I mean I'm holding formation, so I don't think I'm necessarily late. But you know what I'm saying, for the fact of we never want to sit up and have our soldiers and our all the high speeds and everyone misinformed. I want to make sure that everyone that, so I will make sure that counseling, or I tell Bishop to disregard. Any case, anyway. Um, so tonight, for all the college fans out there, tonight will be the reveal of the CFP. That's the college football rankings poll, playoff poll comes out tonight. Excuse me. You can catch it on ESPN. 7:30. 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, I believe it is. To where they put out their standing. It's a committee of 13 individuals across college football that get together and they have a whole conversation for a day or two, in which they decide every week. They decide the ranking for those individuals going forward. Of course, you that true that, you know what I'm saying. You hit the head on the nail, Eric, because that's some of the stuff in which I want to talk about this morning when we're talking about the CFP. So, like I said, they're going to basically get together in a room, a committee, and vote, and you know what I'm saying, go back and forth on who they think the top 25 teams should be. Um, um, Outside of, because the regular which we've been going off of has been basically the AP poll. So of course that's been Associated Press writers and everything that put their point system in, and they that's how they come up with the poll via the points. Hence the reason why currently Tennessee and Ohio State are tied for number 2 in the nation, because they both have 15 points apiece. For the most part, Tennessee has a edge because they receive 15, they receive 18 first place votes compared to Ohio State's 15 first place votes. Good morning, Freddie. What's good with you, brother? Glad to see you in formation with us, man. Has been a little bit. You back off mission, I take it. But glad to see you, brother. Um, so in any case, you have that in play, um, where they're going to vote and see where they're at. Hence the reason I stand firmly, even more so on my prediction that Tennessee can potentially be the number 1 team in the country by the time the CFP comes out. In which I don't know, would that be one of those teams in which Eric was talking about that would be in question in reference to their why they're number 1 compared, just like everyone else was saying. Bishop, Drunk yesterday, a couple other people stating that they don't see Georgia not being the number 1 team in the country, and that's based off of what at the in state. But like I said, if in any case, I expect Georgia, Tennessee, and Ohio State to be 1, 2, or 3. However, okay, bruh, I got you, Freddie. Yes, sir. Um, So that is going to play, of course, play into it a tad bit in some way, form, or fashion. But that that ranking will be out today, ranked from 25 to. So some of the teams, like you have USC, who's currently number 10 in the country right now. That's what they're seen as, number 10 in the country, as the Associated Press. But they can drop as low as 15, maybe, based off the committee when they take in consideration different things. So when we talk about those different things, do you, if you're out there listening, feel free to comment, as you usually do, always do. Do you feel that the do you feel that the that you should be taking in consideration the eye test or the resume when these committees go into? If you were a part of the committee, what are you looking at, the eye test or the resume of the teams that are in question? So, again, eye test or resumes. Are we looking at what the team has done, and then are you looking at what the team has done in the last couple of years and where they're at now? Or is that the resume based on what they're doing currently in their current season? Because in their current season, they can be not playing the best of the competition, but due to the eye test, they handling business. Like they running amok. They smacking cats up and unapologetical in their thrashing of teams. That can be what the eye test says. Or on the other side of the spectrum, they may be a 1-win, 2-win team, um, based on the resume, but they've been squeaking past and winning, just barely winning. So let's take in consideration a team like Notre Dame, right? Notre Dame came out the beginning of the season hot. They took Ohio State. We thought they was going to knock off Ohio State at the beginning of the season. Everything was going right for Notre Dame. Then Notre Dame fell off. Just this past weekend, Notre Dame throttled, I think it was a Syracuse. Whoever Notre Dame played, they sit up and put a slacking on them. So, what I'm saying, is that the eye test? Is resume? Like, what is it that we took? Well, I can almost assure that possibly Notre Dame is going to probably be a on the cusp of getting into the top 25, or they're going to be at the bottom part of the top 25. Does Tulane get into the CFP? Undefeated Tulane, do they get into the CFP? Cincinnati, it's a couple of other teams. Does a one loss team, i.e., Alabama, or who's another good one loss squad? Does a one loss team in, say, Alabama or Oregon, even though Oregon is the top ranked team in the Pac-12 right now, does a one loss team like Alabama or Oregon get a vote over undefeated, such as TCU or Clemson or Michigan? Like, all these things come into play, and we remove, like, the BCS was a computer based system, right? BCS way long ago was computer based, which they said still has some flaws. Now, although it's a little more personable, but now the Pac now they have a system for with the CFP to where it's all human and it's all based upon a person's thoughts, the ability for a person to convey and move along and change the perception, the decisions of opinions in a room to buy into certain things. So it could be some willing and dealing going on. Of course, this is week 9. We're on into week 9 in the college football, and there's only about 4 to 5 games left between teams before we start to get into the conference championship games and the early bowl games, and start to finalize this period. So basically, teams only have a short amount of time to throttle themselves into. They've been playing. Basically, it has been I guess you could say, if this was an interview, At this point, it's been building your resume. Here's that word again, resume. It's been about building the resume. Now we're getting to the point to where now we're looking at what you're coming to the interview portion of it. And now these next couple of weeks are going to be interview laden to where it's like, okay, always coming back, coming in, doing a couple of interviews every week. You come back and you have another interview, 4 or 5 interviews until finally towards the end of the season is going to be predicated upon, did you get the job or not? Are you in the top? The top 4 is only that matters, but the top 6 for the New Year's bowls, for the New Year's 6 games, bowl games. So it's like, did you get the job? Are you going to be able to work for the CFP this year with the opportunity to become ultimately be awarded the college football championship CEO at the end of the year? Like, that's basically what he's playing for. And so it comes into play, like, what is going to be the outcome? But it starts right tonight, determining if, based on what you've been doing to build your resume, to put you in position to even be able to interview. Like, let's be exact. There's only a few teams that are going to even make an impact. Even though they do a full 25 team ranking, we're only really talking about maybe the top 10, 12 maybe, that have an opportunity to make an impact. Because most likely they're going to be teams that are playing one another going down the stretch of the season. Like you said, currently in the AP, you have you have a total of 5 teams from the Pac-12. 3 of those 5 teams are in the top 10, and then 4 of those are in the top 15, where some of them have to play each other. Michigan and Ohio State have to play each other at the end of the year. They're in the top 5. Georgia and the Tennessee play each other this week. They're in the top 2 currently. Like, these teams have to basically poach one another. So basically that's what you're coming down to when you look at it. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out or how it ends up going. But like, again, they've been doing the resume for the last 9 weeks, building their resumes. Now their resumes are in front of the committee, and the committee is calling in the interviews. Every week there's an interview, and it's going to determine who gets hired at the end of the year. I'm here for it. It's an exciting time of the year. It's the most, and we're not just talking about the holidays. We're talking about football. Yes, indeed. So, of course, moving in swiftly, of course, NBA November Bravo Oscar. Of course, first and foremost, I would like to shout out those players. I'm not going to give the list. Of course, you can go, you can find it on Facebook. But those players that were named the top 12 players that were invited to the camp and that were able to secure their position on the forces teams. I believe the All Army as well as All Air Force men's side of the spectrum. I think I know the Army did announce their 12 men, so congratulations to all those that were selected. Of course, a couple has been on here, not been on here. Well, one has been on here before, but we've been in the comments. Of course, Haley, Sergeant Bill, Sergeant Haley, I think Nichols, I can't remember, I believe so. But in case those are them 4, of course, someone that we've heard on before, Lieutenant Saint Sear, of course, at least those are some of the names of which I can recall that are currently going to be playing for the All Army men's basketball team. Of course, like I said, congratulations. Of course, I'm very sure more to come. I've reached out to the coaches to see if they're available to get on sometime this week and talk about. As for the Army, the mantra is gold is the goal. GI, TG, and to see if it's going to get accomplished. So they get ready to be in competition soon. Not to remove, still got the Marines and the Navies that's out there too. Uh, so yeah, good times, good times. It's back, basketball season, armed forces, uh, military, basketball. It's all a whole vibe. Catch it where you can. Everyone is a whole big fraternity and family in general. Um, you know what? I need to shout out my. So of course y'all know Sis Kim. Be sure if you don't have Kim, if you know Kimberly Green, she's been on the show before. Y'all need to go check her out, yo. She's been, saying, in her doing her thing. She's got apparel, saying, Buckets University. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna have to make sure to get my stuff. I'll have to hit her up and she asked me what colors. I'm gonna have to get back to her what colors. Additionally, she's got candles. If you ain't seen, she has a journal that's out on on Amazon. Like, everything is more than basketball. In-state is more than basketball. Be sure to check out Kimberly Green, Kim Green, KG. Hit her up, or I can make sure you hit me up. I can get you in contact with her, and you can tap in on some of her endeavors. But like I said, back to NBA, right? NBA. November, Bravo Oscar, National Basketball Association, whatever your correlation, however you identify with it, right? Um, Interestingly enough, it seems like the NBA is trying to crack down on these violations, right? The particular violations which I'm talking about today are those in which it comes in. What's good? The standing. Good morning. Glad to see information, brother. How you doing? So those violations in policy in which we're talking about is the violation of teams or team associates engaging with players before the free agent period. So currently, who's on this docket or who's been the latest of individuals to be fined or taken care of is the Philadelphia 76ers. They have been docked two, not one, but two second round draft picks for violating the policy, as it has been alleged that they went and engaged with now Philadelphia 76ers, PJ Tucker and Daniel House Jr. So because of this infraction, they got docked for this year's upcoming 2023's upcoming second round draft pick, as well as 2024's upcoming second round draft pick. Now, some might sit up and say, "Oh, saying it's just a draft pick; it's only a second rounder." In some cases, that may be true because in football, and baseball, there's multiple rounds. In the NBA, there's only two rounds. You get a first round and a second round. So they're without a first. I don't know. They might have their first round. I don't think this is been sent out to anybody, but they don't have their second round. And the only saving grace that they have, even if they are lacking a first rounder, is they obtain a second round, which would be the higher of one of three teams, depending on who has the most beneficial draft stock. So they are that minimum. They will have one draft this year in the second round, but that is basically what they're doing what the NBA is doing for violating this the free agency contact. So additionally, now who's on the docket is the New York Knicks, who are being speculated as being in violation of the same rule in their pursuit of Jalen Brunson, who did sign with the New York Knicks when leaving the Dallas Mavericks at the beginning of the beginning of the off season. So far this year, 4 teams, counting the Philadelphia 76ers, have violated this policy. Of course, in the last 2 years, it has been the Milwaukee Bucks who attempted to violate the process by talking to Bogdan Bogdanovic, and they were looking at bringing him over to Milwaukee. They got caught slipping or lacking in that sense, and basically Bogdanovich ended up going back to I think it was Utah or wherever he was at, or Phoenix or wherever he was. He ended up going back, and they had to put, or Washington, whoever it was, they ended up going back. He ended up going back to that team, and Milwaukee was assessed with the violation. And Bogdanovich is now in, I believe, in Detroit. Uh, Additionally, also Chicago was hit with the same punishment in reference to their pursuit of Alonzo Ball, which is interesting enough because Lonzo hasn't played but a handful of games for Chicago, and is currently expected to possibly be out all this season, if not the majority of the season. And then lastly, Miami faced the same ridicule or same issue when they in their pursuit for Kyle Lowry, who came over to the Miami Heat from the Toronto Raptors. So it seems like I said, the NBA is trying to crack down on that. I know they are due to be in conversation with the NBPA, or the National Basketball Association Players Association, National Basketball Players Association, in looking at a way to punish teams for engaging with, or finding the workaround and going forth and engaging with the players' agents as opposed to the player directly. So it seems like slowly but surely they're excuse me, they're boxing in the situation to basically find all corners, to find and commit to all corners, to make sure like there's no real way that a player can talk to a team without it being understood and known, so that way they, whoever the violator is, can face repercussions. So first thing that comes to my mind is how, outside of I know they have to certain communication devices in which teams have, that the NBA has to be able to get to, and be able to contact and be able to get into and see what the messages are and the different callings of individuals. Um, they have that, but outside of that, how are they figuring these things out? Like, how, I can assure you, if I was a top tier talent in the NBA, if I was a top tier talent, Ron, come on, fam, you already know what it is, brother. If I was a top tier talent in the NBA and I was sought after, I don't think, I'm very sure I could find a way to contact these teams without it being known. There has to be a workaround. I'm very sure it's a workaround. And for the most part, it's probably more people out there doing this, just not getting caught. But for the ones that are getting caught, how are they getting caught? I wonder. That continues to escape me. Maybe I think I have a couple of people which I can ask. I'm going to get into that. Matter of fact, I know exactly who I can ask. So yeah, I want to see if I can find that answer for y'all. Continue. As of this morning, former San Antonio snitching. Maybe you're right, Stanton. This possibly, maybe someone's ratting, someone's snitching, someone's giving up the ghost. But I was about to say, former San Antonio Spurs guard Joshua Primo cleared waivers this morning, which now keeps the San Antonio Spurs on the hook for his $8 million salary to be paid. Of course, he was due to make $4 million this year. Additionally, you make $4 million next year, which is a total of $8 million, just over $8 million. He cleared waivers, so now no team is which would pick him up has to pay that. I think it's just a veteran minimum, maybe, or just a small amount to secure him on the payroll. But he is owed 8.4 million, 8.3 million by the San Antonio Spurs after clearing waivers. But he basically he's basically uh, now an unrestricted free agent, free to sign with whoever he wants per their negotiations. I wonder, will he be signed? Did he show enough, or did he have enough promise for a team to take him on with presumably what he's facing? As we know, he's was alleged to have exposed himself to multiple women, and currently one has retained the services of Tony Busby, famed for defending the 24 women in the Deshaun Watson case. Um, Instead is Primo Joshua plans to continue to deal with his mental health issues, as he stated he has been a victim past or previously, and suffers from some traumas from a younger age, earlier in his life, in which he's trying to deal with, and he's going to continue to seek help. I don't know if that means he's going to take a step back from basketball, or if he's just going to continue to seek help regardless of where he is in his career at the time, if a team does decide to pick him up. Um, but any case, he's dealing with the situation and problem. I guess more to come out if these lawsuits come out in reference to Mr. Primo. Um, so, of course, I'm very sure we're going to have more on this story as everything tends to come to light. On the lighter side, transactions wise, the Golden State Warriors have picked up $22 million in options just this past week, as today is the cutoff. Correction, that's NFL. Has picked up $22 million in options this year, as they have secured the young talent that they had from previously in the building, as they picked up the options on James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody, keeping them with the organization throughout the 23-24 year. The options they picked up 12 million for James Wiseman, 6 million for Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody 4 million to keep them throughout next year's 2023-2024 season. So 2 more years basically, in which they'll be a part of that as they continue to try to grow them within the system. If you've been paying attention to the Golden State and their ascension over the last couple of years, over the course of the last 6 to 8 years, they have it's all been homegrown for the most part. I mean, minus um, bringing in or trading for um, Andrew Wiggins, and at that time, a couple of years ago, trading for Kevin Durant. Besides that, for the most part, they have drafted and grown the talents in which they currently have to be one of the top teams in this, I guess you could say, this decade for the most part. They are a top tier team in a decade, along with the coaching of Steve Kerr. At one point, it was Luke Walton as well, which got Luke Walton his job in LA, to where it wasn't the best of debuts. It eventually got him a job in Sacramento. Again, not the best at debuts. Now I don't know where Luke Walton is. Yeah, so shout out to the young guns in Golden State. Wiseman, Moody, Kuminga, getting some more loot, some more coins in their pocket. So this is interesting. I will even, for the most part, wonder, is this situation um, potentially even tampering, or is it the same thing which we talk about with the Milwaukee Bucks, Chicago Bears, um, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Knicks? So it's not free agency. However, it is trade talks. So Indiana center Miles Turner, young guy with some upside, not bad at all. Miles Turner was interviewed, and he spoke about how I know you are, Ron. Miles Turner discussed and talked about how the Los Angeles Lakers should go ahead and revisit the possibility of trading their 27th and 29th 2027, 2029 first round picks, as well as guard Russell Westbrook, to the Indiana Pacers for himself. Yes, Ron. Yes, Ron. For himself and Buddy Hield. So that's interesting when a current player basically during an interview talks about how he believes that a team should move their draft stock and a potential Hall of Famer for themselves and another player on said team that they're playing for. He basically, it sounds like he's just a little bit tired of playing in Indianapolis, which is a small money market, especially in comparison to the Los Angeles Lakers in the LA and this big money market. Like, he's basically, here this dude come with this. Like, is we gonna put up with this all year long, all week long? We're gonna put up with different backgrounds with 7-0. And that one looked like he created himself, actually. Like, is this what we got to put up with? I'm sick. I'm sick of it already. You are. It's like basically you're saying you're gonna be sick of me. That's what you're basically saying.
That would be a good point that you made right there. Because yeah, until we WGO, you're right, Ron. Here we go. What's going on? How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Sean Bishop, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you will be putting up with this until we lose. Until we lose.
Is it till y'all lose, or is it like what's the stipulations? Because I want to make sure I know all the stipulations. So when you be like, and we still do it.
And when we lose, I might still put up
13-1.
13.
Wait.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like we're going to. It doesn't look as though we will lose until probably week 13. Yeah, week 13 is when it looks like we'll the next team that has a possibility or a great chance of beating us is the Tennessee Titans. Is when we play, and we play them week 13.
Shout out Mike Willis.
Yes, week 13. And then after that, we play the Giants. So we could possibly. But until then, I mean, this week we got Houston. After that, we got the Commanders again.
Game.
I'm just saying. Right now, it's looking real dismal for anyone playing us. It's looking real dismal. I'm just
Eric, you got a point, Eric. I feel you. You know what, Bishop? Continue to put your 7-0 up.
Oh, I'm gonna show up. I'm still gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be here. If we lose, I'm still gonna be here. Right now, we're working on the record. We are working on the Miami Dolphins record.
Stop it.
In jeopardy.
Let's stop.
It is currently
stop that. Don't do that, Bishop. Don't do that, Bishop. No, it is not
in jeopardy.
It is not in reach.
It is. It's close. It's in the grass. I know I did not miss no week. I did not miss no week, dude. I did not. My internet was bad that day. I'm telling y'all what happened. I'm sticking to it. That's what happened. My internet was bad, and it just so happened to be the day in which I was supposed to be over here after my.
Eric said that he tried. He's like, you said your internet was bad, but he did see you. You seen your handle on PS5 all week long.
No, you did not, bro. No, you did not, man. I'm just saying, man. Look at this. Somebody can look at this. I'm just saying, bro. 7-0, man. 7-0.
It's cool, but yes, Ron. Going back to that, right? See.
Ain't nobody working with you, Aaron, bro.
He's like, man, I was on Call of Duty with my man. He's like, you see him talking about his internet. It's like I'm on Call of Duty with
Ain't
you.
nobody fooling with you, Eric,
Oh my
man. Ain't
goodness.
nobody fooling with you, dude. Ain't nobody fooling with y'all, man. How y'all doing this morning? What's up, Trey? I see you got that old trash on your forehead. What's going on, man? What's going on? Your head hurt? Something going on? I know your head hurt. Something got to be going on, bro.
No,
What's
it's about the process. It's a process. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so going back, I was just discussing with Rod, and Rod was going back and forth. We as he kind of like tapped in. Here we go, straight trash forehead.
I'm just saying. Yeah, dude's head hurt, bro. I'm just asking.
So we was just talking about how Miles Turner was discussing, or basically, in my opinion, putting a PS out that he thinks the Lakers should go ahead and revisit the conversation about trading their 2007 and 2027, 2029 draft picks to the Indiana Pacers for him and Buddy Hield. Along with Russell Westbrook, trade him. He's like he feel like they should go ahead and do that. They should revisit it.
So something that they had been revisited a while, last year or a year before.
Before this coming up, because trying to trade Russell Westbrook. So he's like, "Yo, go ahead, y'all should revisit that." Because it sounds like he said basically he's tired of playing in a small money market in Indiana. And so he's like, he feels like he's a good catch. 26 years old and not even touching in his prime yet. Still got something left to give, and saying to do. He feel like he's a good shooter as a center. Yeah, so he's like, yo, make that happen. But my thing is, like I was saying, is like, bro, you still. That's like me saying, hey, Captain Lambda Kai, I think y'all need. It's like, wait, what are you? Wait, really? Like, I think it would be good to go ahead and make a play, and for me to come over. It's like, yo, I'm still a part of Cyro 5. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Right.
And then just sit up and talk about it. So it's funny, with all that coming up, out.
I mean, I definitely saw talks about it. They, and I want to say the Lakers are entertaining a little bit of that stuff. Seems like to me, it's not like out the question. I don't know if it's necessarily that particular trade, but I did see something in regards to that. I did.
LA is so what it was stated is LA is going to take 25 games to assess where they are as an organization. I mean, I know, Eric. We all know. We know.
We all know about that.
We definitely know. But but you know what I'm saying. So it but yeah, so it's like they said they was gonna take 25 games to assess the situation in LA. And revisit it. So, but he's saying like in those 25 games, that's where they should be revisiting it. But hell, who knows? After 25 games, they might be like, you know what, we good with what we got. I know a lot of people are saying there's backlash. There's like Kobe would have never, when it came down to them celebrating them winning the other night, removing themselves from off the list of winless teams. But it was deeper than that. It was Darvin Ham's first win as a NBA head coach. So it wasn't, it wasn't necessarily they was happy they won a game after losing 5 straight. It was just happy that Darvin Ham gets his first win heading the organization. So again, Darvin Ham's first win as an NBA coach is what was the celebration. It wasn't about, but everyone was like, Kobe would have never, Michael Jordan would have never. I mean, I'll be honest, even with him winning his first, dapping up his first one, getting his first one, Kobe probably would have dapped him up, hugged him and be like, yo, that's it. Put that away. Like, we doing too much. Or again, maybe Kobe would have been in that position. They might not have been had to wait 6 games to win their first game. But in case, he's got it on to the next. I think the next game they have up is playing against. I know for a fact. I have to look and see. I know for a fact they play New Orleans on Friday. I have to look and see after um, if they have any other games tonight or anything. I haven't looked at it yet. So, but yeah, so yes, popping bottles, whatever you said, Eric is cool. But it was all for Darvin Ham. He gets his first W. Now back to work. As we talked about yesterday, we look at the fact of as before I go back in that, continuing with the Miles Turner story, he said he looks for it. He's open to dealing with the highs and the lows of being a Laker, and we all know there are highs and lows when it comes down to being a Laker. Being that when you losing, you get rant, you see what's going on. Talked about saying you're old, all that type of stuff, but when you win it, oh, the riches just poured out the sky, like undeniable in everything because we're that organization. Of course, he says he looks open to being able to learn from LeBron and saying doing the fact that he dials in and he be ready to go. So it's a lot to be said with a trade like that. That puts an opportunity for AD if he's not traded. That puts an opportunity for AD to basically move to the 4 as he wants to play, if that is the case. If they was to bring in like a Miles Turner. So the idea is maybe they need to bring in a formidable, if not like a Miles Turner, a formidable center so that AD can go play the position which he wants to play, which is the 4. But y'all know how I feel. I think AD needs to be moved. That's
Yeah,
just
you
my
want to talk
opinion.
about AD being moved, but they ain't talking about Westbrook being moved.
Maybe it's my love for California. I don't know. Well, I think AD needs to be
How's
moved.
your love? Ain't Westbrook from out of Cali too?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's why he's from California. AD's from Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, yeah. No.
I just thinking like I was just the other night. Well, yeah, they got the win, but did you? I don't know if you seen the highlights when AD went. He got the rebound and he put it back up and he grabbed his back. Like, come on, bro.
I didn't see that.
Yes, he's like, bro.
How's he bad? That dude.
I don't know.
He stayed 13 years old and hurt all the time.
Said 13 years old.
13 years
Yeah,
old.
so I mean that I mean we understand, but what you don't want to do is sit up and be like, or talk all that stuff when he won us a championship. He did bring us a championship, or he was instrumental in bringing us a championship.
What?
So you don't want to hold him off like that. What's wrong?
Is that? Oh man, on some other news, man.
Oh no, yeah, I talked about it this morning. You talked about takeoff.
Yeah.
I talked about it this morning. I talked about it this morning. That's what I laid off with, actually.
Are you serious?
28 years old.
From the Migos.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro. In Houston?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know what? That's why somebody posted that this morning.
Asking who takeoff was?
No, they asked. They was like, somebody said, it's crazy. Like Houston is crazy right now with all these people. You know, people getting shot up all the time out there. That is crazy. Okay, my bad. But go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, we talked about it. It was shortly. I didn't want to go into why or how it does.
Right,
I mean,
right.
they can go read that, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see it just now. I've been up earlier, and that's why I was late because I kind of went to sleep late, and I didn't hear that. But now it makes sense of when that person posted about Houston shootings and stuff. Because see now Taco got killed. Wow, that's so crazy. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. But
You talking about I was late too. So no, so I wasn't. I told him I was about to say I'm going to have Bishop write me a 4856. Then I realized Bishop wasn't there, so I was like, well,
yeah, how can I write a 48?
Yeah, so
yeah.
we write for each other. But I was doing the whole show, bro. Like I was timid. I was 6-9 minutes to the show, and I looked up and realized I wasn't live.
What the?
Because you know when you push the live button, you have to go in and confirm that you want to go live.
Right.
So I pushed the live button. I was because the intro takes 40 seconds. So I pushed the live button and was like trying to finish setting up. So I hadn't. So by the time I came back, I didn't even look to see that the live wasn't live, and I was simply doing it. And then I just happened to realize like, hey, no one saying anything. And I looked up. I was like, it still said scheduled. I was like, oh, I ain't even live yet. So it was like 10 minutes after the fact by the time I realized that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
So yeah, so moving into saying these last night's games, interesting enough, Brooklyn did get their second win of the season. It
Of
comes with
course,
a little something, but you did get the second win of the season.
that's right.
Uh,
That's what I told you.
2-5 on the year,
Told you. Told you.
winning 116 to 109.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
the Pacers leading scorer Chris Duarte, 30 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 22.7 assists, 3 rebounds from Buddy Hield. Rookie Benedict Mathurin, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Miles Turner, we talked about earlier, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. McConnell, 6 points. Isaiah Jackson, 8 points. Newhart, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
You missing Tyrese Halliburton, who had 11 points, 8 rebounds.
Halliburton, yes,
At
rookie
five.
since
Since
rookie last year's rookie standout. Halliburton with
Yeah.
11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith 3, 4, and 1. The Nets.
That duo.
We're going to talk about this in a second. We are going to talk about this.
That
That duo, which Bishop talks about, of course, Kevin Durant, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists.
close to a triple double.
Close to a triple double. 1 rebound, 3 assists from a triple double. Kyrie Irving, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 and 4 from a triple double. Joe Harris, 7 points, 2 assists, 8 points,
Joe,
8 rebounds,
you, Joe.
5 assists.
Joe.
Royce Neal,
29 minutes. 29 minutes, Joe, and you got
29
something?
Royce O'Neal's 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists from a triple double, so he was close. Nick Claxton, 19 points,
Double.
9 rebounds, 4 assists in their contributions, right? So something that came up, Bishop, is there was a fan or set of fans that sat
in front on the first row on the floor.
Yes. That's sat, and one of the fans, he's a season ticket holder, and he stated that he feels that the Brooklyn Nets have not done enough in regards to Kyrie Irving. He stated that he believes that Kyrie Irving is angry, and that he's full of hate, and that he should be punished and suspended. He didn't give a certain amount of time. He just said he should face a suspension
for
those comments.
Freedom of speech.
True that. That's you point that out, Bishop.
Right.
True. Yeah, for that freedom of speech, he felt like he should be facing more in reference to that. He believes, like I said again, believes he's hateful. Steve Nash did. Kyrie Irving was not available after the game, and they said he might not be.
They didn't allow him to be
correct.
Available.
Yes. Yeah, and they said he might not. Their next game is against Chicago. They said they might not even allow him to be available at that time either. Steve Nash said that he's not in the rooms for these conversations in reference to the situation. But, however, he said there are discussions being had in reference to the situation. So, I don't know. Does that mean will a suspension come down? At this point, two things come to mind for me in this situation. One, again, we are in the culture to where people want to see the most egregious of punishments handed down to individuals, as opposed to it being a punishment. Secondly, is this suspension worthy?
No, it is not, right? Nowhere near should that be even worthy. Why are we so concerned, should I say, on what this man feels about a movie, or how he feels, or his feelings,
or a book, or anything,
or whatever, anything like that? That man has that right. Just because he's an athlete, don't mean he doesn't have that right to show how he feels about certain things. That's like you telling me, or if I'm a professional athlete, that's like saying, as you telling me, I shouldn't have feelings about, let's say, for instance, Takeoff dying, being killed or murdered.
Yeah, because the way he did is like,
just because
he put himself in that position, he's $1 million and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
A rapper, he talks about women. He discriminates on women. I mean, he discriminates against women. He makes women, all of this. you can't tell me how I should feel or what I can and can't say. That's not your right, man. That's not your right.
And then say you should be punished for it.
Yeah, that part.
Like it has nothing. One has nothing to do with the other.
Right.
And of course, unless it was a policy in which they set up and say this is what it is, but for the most part, from a public opinion, that doesn't seem doesn't seem sensible in state, especially if it wasn't stated that there's repercussions for these manners. Like, why would he be fined? But again, like I said, Coach Uriah said it yesterday. When you talk about certain factions, the cancel culture goes hard, and we, like I said, we see what happened to Houston's coach when he said what he said in China. Now he's no longer in Houston. Now he's in. He got rehired in Philly. So we have that. In other news, last night's game, a couple of other games, the Clippers faced off against the Houston Rockets, with the record being 3-4 for the Clippers and the Rockets being 1-7. That shows who got the W. The Clippers got the W.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals, and 2 blocks. George was cooking last night. He said he takes it upon himself full responsibility for the record of the Clippers at being 3-4 with their type of firepower. He's like, it doesn't make a difference who is or who's on the court. We got to do better. As we all know, Kawhi Leonard has sat out the last 4 games.
Is it 4 games?
Yeah,
and only 2.
And
okay.
He's expected to sit out 2 more.
Oh, okay, that's
because he's having this knee stiffness.
Knee problem.
Yeah. Of course, John Wall is on minutes restriction as he's been away from the game for over a year. So they're trying to bring him back in slowly, and this was a back to back, or so he's restricted on minutes. But George is like, PG's like, you know what? It's on me. I take full responsibility.
And y'all just see him hit the game winner, leaving.
Yeah, 2, and like I said, 2. Yeah, because now going back to it, Houston was within striking distance.
They were.
And they actually, Houston had them.
They had a chance to.
They
I
had
was about to say that. Yeah.
Had Trace missed that, it would have been again another loss to a team that probably shouldn't have won. Additionally, outside of Paul George is 35 points. You had 16 points on Ivica Zubac with 12 rebounds, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists from Marcus Morris. Senior Luke Kennard contributed with 8 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. Then actually, Mayor Coffey, 3 points, 4 points from Terrence Mann, 2 points from Nicholas Batum, 9 points from Norman Powell, 6 from Reggie Jackson, and Brandon Boston Jr. contributed with 1.2 rebounds. For the Rockets, led by Kenyon Martin Jr., 23 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 13 points apiece from Kevin Porter Jr. And Jalen Green, 14 points from Alperen Seguin, 9 rebounds and 3 assists, and 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists from Eric Gordon. Jabari Smith contributed with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist as well. We can put a cork in the Clippers.
Is that what they say? Can put a fork in the Clippers? It is very unfortunate that they are they still dealing with the stuff with Kawhi. The injuries. What up, Zach? What's going on?
What's good, Zach? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, it's not Kawhi for Westbrook and them two first rounders.
Nah.
Kawhi, well, see, that's the thing. Kawhi doesn't want to play with LeBron. He's had an opportunity a few times, and he's turned him down.
It could have been him and AD and LeBron.
Yeah, because LeBron lobbied for Kawhi to come out there to LA before he went out to LA. and LeBron asked him to come out there. No, that was before he went to Toronto, I think.
Well, no, he got traded, but they did lobby, and basically what happened is Kawhi Leonard kept them at bay. And they was waiting to see what Kawhi Leonard's answer was, and they couldn't pursue anyone else because of the money aspect.
Right. I knew it was something like that because I remember they was talking about Kawhi and LeBron at first. Right.
Yeah.
I know they was talking about LeBron and Kawhi at one time, and then that was right before the pandemic. Exactly. Yeah, that was right before the pandemic. A lot has changed. I don't know. LeBron could talk to him, talk him into it. But why would, I mean, this is my thing though, Ron. Why though? Why would, like, Kawhi wanted out of San Antonio? Remember the whole thing that was going on here in San Antonio with Kawhi? You know, things were going kind of south for Kawhi out here in San Antonio. So I don't think there's any problems out there in the Clippers in LA with the Clippers, as far as I know of. So that's why LeBron was lobbying so hard to get Kawhi, because Kawhi wanted out of San Antonio. Tony Parker's fault. Was it Tony Parker's fault? I don't remember what. I just remember it was a lot of backlash, a lot of stuff going on out here, and it was talks about the Kawhi leaving. You know, everybody was talking about, you know, Kawhi wanted to leave San Antonio, but I don't see him having problems out there in LA. But if he is having problems, it's very quiet. It's hush hush. Ain't a lot of people talking about it. But I don't know. You're right. It's been a while. Maybe he can lobby for it again.
Nah, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Yeah, maybe he can. I don't know.
76ers last night.
Speaking of 76ers,
76ers last night gets the W, winning 118 over 111, getting to 500. The Wizards dropped to 3-4 in the year. Tyrese Maxey, 28 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. James Harden, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 17 assists.
God dang, 17 assists.
I mean, everyone was hitting. 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist from D'Anthony Melton. Tobias Harris, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. PJ Tucker with the double-digit night, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Montrezl Harrell, 7 points. George Niang, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Daniel House, 2 points,
You'll
2
like
rebounds.
this, Ron.
Oh.
One of the best things. We talked about this the other day.
No, let's show the other thing in which we talked about, in which you continue with the.
This is just embarrassing. I mean, just
the foolishness.
Like, whoops. I mean, he didn't care. Everybody got it. Everybody. Oh, God.
Oh,
even little Bugsy. Even little Bugsy got.
Oh, touch Earth,
bruh. Everybody kind of. Is that Kobe?
Stop that?
That was Kobe.
Ooh.
One of the best.
One of the
best to ever do it, bro.
Oh, whose handle is nastier than that, Billy? Bro, whose handle is nasty? Oh, on his neck. Oh, on his neck.
One of the best.
I know. You know what?
Oh, you know this Michael right here.
We gotta let it rock, because you know what I'm saying. Oh, rock. I
got you, Mike.
Stop reaching.
I got you, Mike. At least Mike didn't fall though. That's the one thing.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's just something for you there, Bron. I know you might like that, but go ahead, Trey. What you saying about the 76ers?
Did he or did what he say? He got. Did he or did he not, Bishop? Can you say, Bishop? Did he or did he not stomp over him?
He did not.
Oh my God! You still continue to say that, man.
He did not.
You know what? We have to put a poll up behind that. Like, like he stomped over that man. Like that was a clear stomp.
That was mad crazy what he did.
He was, you know what I'm saying? I thought what's his name was gonna come off from the back. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's crazy.
But yes, going back like Bishop was just saying, the Philadelphia 76ers with the win, of course. The Wizards, 32 points from Chris Evans, 19 points from Monte Morris, 20 points from Bradley Beal, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Thank you, Zach. He refuses. I'm just trying to get him to admit it. It was a stomp. That man stomped over him. And if nowadays that would be a penalty, I mean a flag, I mean a whistle. Hachimura 10.6 rebounds. Defenseless, wondering where the help was. He probably said because him out in the room like, hey, if you ever allow me to be one-on-one with that man again, It's like, how dare you leave me 1-on-1 with that? Y'all let me get embarrassed. But again, like Philadelphia, as you know, saying Bishop with the montage. Shout out the answer. 76ers with the win. Of course, the Hornets faced off against the Sacramento Kings last night. And as I expected, the Kings get the W, winning 115-108, 2-4 on the season. Charlotte falls to 3-4. Kevin Huerter, 26 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 23 points, 4 rebounds from Davion Mitchell, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists from Keegan Murray, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists from Harrison Barnes. Of course, De'Aaron Fox, 8 points. He was limited in play. He was in the back like, yo, how dare you? Yeah, I think he even side-eyed for a second. Like, after the first rock, he's like, wait. You know what I'm saying? It should be a double team by this time. Where's the help? Malik Monk, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Della Dover, 3 points, 3 assists. The Hornets, PJ Washington drops 28 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in 37 minutes of play. They did have 5 additional players in double figures. Jalen Daniel McDaniels with 13 points, Kelly Oubre 16, 15 points from Dennis Smith Jr., 12 points apiece from Gordon Hayward, and double-double from Mason Plumlee with 12 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. But again, it was not enough to hold off Sacramento as they get the win, 115-108. The Raptors ran amok last night. You would think that Jurassic Park, the gates had been broken, and they had them Raptors out last night. That's exactly what happened. As the Raptors gets the W, we gonna get to. I got you, bro. I got you, Ron. I got you, fam. I'll get to it. As the Raptors win 139-109, a 30-point drubbing. Of course, led by Pascal Siakam, 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 21 points apiece from Grant Cherry and Barnes, Scotty Barnes, 8 assists and 7 rebounds, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for Gary Trent Jr., 10 points from Precious Achiuwa, 11 points for Chris Boucher, 11 and then 5 points, 4 points, 5 points, and 4 points from King Birch, Malachi Flynn, Delano Banton, and Justin Champagne. The Hawks, dismal. I ain't gonna say dismal. They did have 5 players and 6 players in double figures. Just they can put the output in which the Toronto Raptors did. Toronto might be that team to keep an eye on. But the coach DeJounte Murray, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 12 points, 1 assist from Justin Holiday, 12 points, 12 rebounds from John Collins, 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist from DeAndre Hunter. Clint Capella with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 14 points, and 10 assists from Trae Young. But again, like you said, it all at the end state, it all they can add up as Toronto wins 139-109 in Toronto, taking care of business. Now both teams are tied with 4-3. Where else was it? We talked about the Nets, the Pacers, Bucks, Pistons. Oh, let's go here. Pistons and Bucks. Close one. Bucks get the win 110-108. Bucks 6-0 on the season. Pistons 2-6. The Bucks led by Giannis Antetokounmpo's 31 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 25 points from Drew Holiday, 7 points, 10 assists, 24 points from Brook Lopez, 9 points. Grayson Allen contributed with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists from Bobby Portis Jr. 3 points from George Hill, Wesley Matthews with 3 points. The Pistons, 23 points from Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 27 points from Cade Cunningham, 6.7 rebounds, 19 points from Jaden Ivey, the rookie, 7 points, 1 rebound, a double-double from Isaiah Stewart with 11 points, 11 rebounds, 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists from Sadiq Bey. In New Orleans, Noel with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists in the loss. 2 more games, of course. Well, one more when we already talked about the Clippers. The Grizzlies handled by the Utah Jazz. Bishop, it was this
Yeah.
game in which
Yeah, it was
no
bad.
one was really trying to pick, was trying to choose.
Yeah, it was a hard one.
Utah rose 121 to 105 over the Grizzlies, improving to 6-2 in the year. When we thought they probably should be 2-6 at this point, they're 6-2. The Grizzlies 4-3. The Grizzlies led by Ja Morant's 37 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists from Tyus Jones. Dylan Brooks with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Who else? He didn't play last night, huh? Maybe that's why they got the loss.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Did JJ? No, he ain't play last night either. So
Nope.
Jared Jackson Jr. didn't play. Bane didn't play last night. And it showed, of course, 3 players in double digits, 8 points apiece from Clark and Tillman. Kenny Lofton 5 points, 1 rebound. Yeah, it was a rough game for them. The Jazz, Lauri Markkanen's 31 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists from Malik Beatty, 15 points, 2 rebounds from Colin Sexton. Mike Conley Jr. with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists from Jordan Clarkson, 7 points apiece from Kelly Olynyk and Jared Vanderbilt. Talon Horton Tucker, 13 points, 5 rebounds. It was I guess it's one of those things with a team. If you have a team that is good in a lot of areas and not great in just one, it definitely makes a difference. As that's what seemingly what Utah was showing us. Tonight's game is on your 4-game slate.
Who played tonight? Let's see.
A couple of
Because I went 4-3 yesterday, man. That Raptors games got me because Trey Young came in with his Black Panther mask, and he shouldn't have. He had 10 turnovers last night. 10 turnovers against the Raptors.
It wasn't Wakanda forever.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Wakanda forever. I lost that game. I think I picked the Hornets, and of course I picked the Grizzlies. So I went 4-3 last night. So tonight I'm picking my Nets, of course, because they got the Bulls. I'm taking the Warriors
over the Heat.
Yeah, I'm taking the Warriors over Heat. Even though they're on the road, I'm taking the Warriors over the Heat. Ooh,
the Thunder and the Magic.
The game tonight is definitely the Timberwolves and the Suns.
You think so?
Well, actually, all 3 of these: the Bulls and the Nets, the Warriors and the Heat.
All of them look like have potential to be good games, and they're all right.
Yeah.
Like the Thunder, unfortunately, we don't see Banchero against Holmgren, but I mean, both these teams are kind of low.
What?
Stop it.
No, JJ, stay where you at, JJ. Don't do that. You're good. You're a good commentator.
Why would he go get the old cats? Like, why is he like?
Yeah, let JJ stay where he at. He's a good commentator. He's a good. And
if you're gonna do that, go. I'm very sure someone in Venice Beach is knocking down way downtown. Like, go get a young cat who needs an opportunity. A shooter. Like, that's what we're doing. Like, no,
not
sorry,
JJ.
not
Why
JJ.
Would you JJ. That Nets bad, Warriors bad, Wolves bad. I'm confused. I feel you. I feel you, Ron. I totally feel you, bro. But I'm gonna take the Nets. I'm taking the Warriors. I'm gonna take the Thunder.
Magic.
No, I'm gonna take the Thunder. I'm gonna take the Thunder at home. The young.
You pulling up at home, huh? Go with the home team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the young guns on that one, and then the Suns and the Timberwolves, man. Golly. I'm gonna go with Phoenix, man. I like Booker, man. I'm gonna take Phoenix.
I feel the 4-0 sweep tonight for me comes with the Bulls, the Warriors, the Magic, and the Timberwolves.
Ooh, we all win. The only one we had, well, right. The same was the Warriors. Okay,
it's the Warriors. Yes.
Okay, let's go. I like it. 4 games tonight, y'all. So stay tuned. We're gonna hear more about it here tomorrow.
Yes. So of course, and then of course. And which would do good. Matter of fact, no Memphis team, because tomorrow we're supposed to have men that vent, 2 men that vent, black men vent 2 personnel. Yeah, from that, okay. You know what I'm saying, Nashville representing, they'll be on to talk to them. So we'll be able to talk to them. What about LiAngelo Ball? Hell no, LiAngelo, no.
What about LiAngelo Ball as a shooter to the Lakers? The Hornets waived him. Oh, but that's the last brother. That's the third brother. Yeah, I ain't even seen him play yet. LiAngelo,
he got his strap. He can shoot, but
is he better than the other two?
No, that's hence the reason he can't get on. Like, he can shoot. He got a strap. He can shoot. It's just it's other. I guess it's everything else, in which is like, what else do you like? I mean, but at this point, I guess the Lakers need someone to be like, hey, we need a shooter.
Dang, I zipped somebody up this weekend. Last night, okay. I didn't know I zipped somebody up.
Yeah.
144 to 114. 30. That's 30 points there, guy.
As I said, Christian McCaffrey saved you. That's it.
30
Christian
points.
McCaffrey. That's all Christian McCaffrey.
But
Shout
that's
out
30
to Christian
points.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's 30 points.
That is.
Which I got 30 from. Didn't I get
you got
30?
40? You got 40 from McCaffrey. That's the difference.
But I got 30.
You got 30 for Waddle, but I had someone too. The difference was Christian McCaffrey's 40 points. That 40 points saves you. No matter how you strike it, that 40 points saves you. So that gave you 40 points. That's
You know what I'm saying.
That 40 points saved you. I was counting on that game too.
I bet you were.
I was in there till Christian McCaffrey started running. It was a bittersweet moment.
Oh, Yep, he got me in fantasy. Dog Nation got me by like, what is it? Not even. Oh, he got barely 11 points.
Don't worry, I opened the door for you this week.
Okay, no worries.
I opened the door for you this week. You should be number 2 by the end of this week. Wait, who you play?
Oh, let me see. Who do I play this
What's
week?
good, Leslie? I'll call you back. I see you call me, Leslie. I'll call you back. Oh, go ahead.
I got ISO. ISO this week. I got ISO.
Let's go ISO. Let's go ISO.
5 and 3.
Let's go ISO.
ISO ain't finna get no. Oh, y'all got a body. Oh, San Francisco got a body this week.
Yes, sir.
Good. I need Debo to get healthy. Good. Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta face Christian McCaffrey because that's who New York got is Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, they got him beating me too. What? Oh, because of that's because
you play Ron this week?
No, I play ISO.
No, I'm talking about in the fantasy football.
In ours or in
ours.
Let me see. It's too busy. I got this stuff. I got the confetti flying because I beat you. So I gotta get past all that real quick. Confetti's everywhere. It's all over my desk. Gotta clean my desk off, man. Let me see. Let me see what my matchup is.
Oh my goodness.
Did I have the biggest? Oh no, Professor had the biggest win with 150. No, dang, I was third. I was fourth. Damn, there was some big wins this week. Dang, 156, 153, 147. Then I came in at 144. Golly, it was some major wins this week. Let me see who I got this week. Hold on, week. Not zip him up. I already zipped him up already. This week I have. I got Professor. Ron. I got Ron. I sure do. Whoa, 60 points. Oh God, what the? Oh. Wow, I got a bunch of bench players.
You gotta make some moves.
Ooh.
Gotta shift around some of your team. So of course, y'all hear us talking about fantasy football. With me, we lead into football.
Let's
go. Of course, last night it wasn't too.
I felt, but y'all know how I talk about how bad I feel for Justin Fields. Hey, it has shifted over to Burrow. Bro, it has shifted over to Burrow, man. And this dude, you have to give him mad props, man, because this dude would not throw anybody under the bus. He just say we got to do better. He just keeps. That's all he says. He's like the Tom Brady, the Peyton Manning. He ain't finna throw nobody under the bus. But I know deep down in his heart, bro, he want to say, if you don't block these fools, man. Myles Garrett just had that boy on a treadmill running the whole night, bro.
Looking like who was that in that commercial? King Henry running. He's like, yo, it's gonna be a minute.
Bro, it's just not looking good, bro, for him, man. I feel so sorry for him, man. I really, really do. I really do, bro.
Joe Burrow, 25 for 35, 232 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception. But as Bishop was saying, that is not indicative of what the outcome was. last night. Joe Mixon lockdown, 8 carries for 27 yards.
Yeah, that was
Samaje Perine, 1 carry for 7 yards. Joe Burrow, 1 rush for 2 yards. T. Higgins did run to Russell a touchdown late in the game with 3 receptions, 49 yards, 1 touchdown. So he did get someone, what's that, 13 points. Oh, that someone's me. Hayden Hurst, 4 receptions for 42 yards. Tyler Boyd, 3 receptions, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon, 7 receptions for 3 yards. Trenton Irwin, so he got me 10 points in that retrospect. Appreciate you, Joe. P. Ryan 3 for 10. Trent Taylor the 1 for 5, 1 for 26. Boyd touchdown additionally with Higgins. The Browns. Jacoby Brissett 17 for 22, 176 yards, 1 touchdown. Everyone tried to get on what Christian McCaffrey did. Amari Cooper threw 1 pass for an interception. Nick Chubb doing what Nick Chubb does, 23 carries for 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 11 for 42. D'Ernest Johnson, 4 for 17. Jacoby Brissett, 6 for 12 with a rushing touchdown to boot. Amari Cooper, 5 receptions, 131 yards, 1 TD. Woo.
Yeah.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, DPJ, 4 receptions for 81 yards. Kareem Hunt, 4 for 30. David Bell, 2 for 27. Michael Woods, 1 for 6.
Yeah, it was ugly, bro. It was ugly. And they talked to this man
last night.
Yeah, they talked to this man all night. I mean, a few days ago. Who was it? Who spoke to? Oh, Jimmy. Not Jimmy G, but what's his name? That used to be y'all quarterback. Had a horrible injury.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith did a sit down with Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. Look at him.
The Bengals moved to 4-4 on the year. Cleveland improves to 3-5. Basically 4 more games before they get their $1 million man, $200 million man in Deshaun Watson back. Is there a possibility they can actually be in the winning form as they come towards the end of the season? Will Jacoby Brissett have done what is needed to done, like to basically hold the line for him as he comes back? It remains to be seen. Just a game out of first place in the division. I mean, just a game behind. What's good, Slow Jams? How you doing this morning, bro? Glad to see you.
What up, Slow Jams? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Told y'all in the beginning I don't believe in Burrow. It's not Burrow, bro. It's not Burrow. You saying you don't believe it? It's not Burrow. It's that line. I guess you don't believe in Justin Fields either, huh? You change. You give either one of them lines, either one of them protection. We've seen what Joe Burrow can do. His line is not that he lost linemen this off season. They got a rookie on their line. It's the line, bro. It's not Joe Burrow himself. Just like it ain't Justin. You give them to a line, it'll be a total different outcome, a total different deal. Yeah, and receivers. Yeah, Justin needs receivers too. That part. And Joe Burrow didn't have his.
He didn't have Chase. But I mean, Wiggins and Boyd aren't bad.
But they did as much as they could for him. But without a line, it don't show you what Higgins is.
But they have Hurst. So they have weapons, but like you said, it could be exactly what you said. The line, they're lacking the line.
Bro. It's the line, bro. I guarantee you, it wouldn't be the same team, bro. It would be a total different team if he had the protection.
So, do you think if you had immaculate receivers, that can overcome a line deficiency?
No.
Would you rather have immaculate receivers or an immaculate line if you had to choose?
I think you need both, bro. Because if you really look at it, you could have a good line and non-immaculate receivers. If they can't catch the ball, it negates the fact you got a good line. The only thing your good line is going to do is have you have a great running game,
maybe. And that's a different aspect of the game. They might not be able to block for nothing for a line, but they can block. They can make sure you stand up right.
Right, that part. So I think you need both, bro. I don't think it's not having one or the other. I think it's both. Because regardless of the fact, you can have great receivers And if your line don't give you the protection to get the ball to the receiver, once the receiver get out of his route, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, bro. So I don't know, bro. Me personally, like I said, man, my concerns and my cares go out for Justin Fields and Joe Burrow, man, because these dudes have been running for their life, and I know they ain't signed up for that.
He said he ain't signed up for that.
I know they did, man.
Like, so it's like we signed a contract, so you're telling me we're gonna have a line, right? I'm not finna sign. Okay, how about you, Pan? I'm not finna sign.
Ron, I'll say Ron. Eric, how could you say that? And that man made it to the Super Bowl. How can you say his IQ, Joe Burrow's IQ is anything less than anybody else's? Like the Patrick the Greats, the Matthew Staffords and all that. How you gonna say his IQ is bad and he made it to the Super Bowl? His IQ had to be pretty good to go to the Super Bowl, bro. And his line was decent enough. Like I said, it was just some off-season things that changed some things around. It is a team effort, bro, but it is a team effort. However, he is the facilitator. He facilitates everything that goes on that field offensively. He still has to execute. You could have a great team in the field, but if they can't execute and get the mission accomplished, it's irrelevant. It's all for nothing. You have to be able to, as them calls coming in, they put a play in his ear. They tell him, this is the play I want you to run by what I see as the defense is lined up. I see this is open, run this play. For whatever reason, say for instance, that defense is a disguise, which a lot of times it is, what you see initially, and once the ball is hiked, it's something totally different. That's where you're talking about, Eric, where the IQ come into play. You have to be able to make a decision and know, okay, they was disguised, and I have to find the next up. I got to go to the option receiver compared to the premier receiver, which I wanted to go to initially because they done changed everything up. That's IQ. Him and Jamar Chase wouldn't be who they were if it wasn't for his IQ. Jamar Chase wouldn't be the guy he is without Joe Burrow. It ain't like he throwing up 50-50 balls to Jamar Chase, bro. Am I wrong or am I right, Trey? Is he throwing 50-50 balls up to Jamar Chase?
No, not at this point.
He's not.
He threw one up to Higgins last night. He came down with it.
He did throw one up to Higgins last night. He did do that, but he's still he was a two receiver. Well, he was a two receiver
region QB in high school.
He was coached well. That's all. You still got to have the IQ, Eric. You still got to have the IQ, regardless of what he did. Go ahead,
I asked you this question, Bishop. What's good? What's good, MEB? So I asked you this question, like in the face of, if you can take the top 10 linemen, i.e., 2 centers, 2 left guards, 2 right guards, 2 right tackles, 2 left tackles, and put them up against the top 10 or the linemen, i.e., the best defensive ends, the best defensive tackles, and the best nose guard in the league, 10. Who comes out in that game better? The defensive line, the best defensive line, or the best offensive line?
I don't know if you could really compare the two, bro.
No, well, I guess I'm saying, who do you think? Do you think it would be? Do you think like because we're looking at like the best? If you set up and put the best 4, let's look at the ends alone. The best 4 ends. Who are you taking? Who are you selecting as the best 4 ends? TJ Watt, Micah Parsons,
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, and who's another end? Good end. Joey Bosa. JJ Watt. Joey Bosa. So Bosa, Watt, Garrett, and a defensive ends with Watt, Garrett,
Michael Parsons,
and Watt as ends.
Mm-hmm.
A defensive tackle. We're looking at Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Aaron Donald. Who else? What's some other defensive?
Jordan
Let's.
Davis.
I wouldn't say
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Would you put? I wouldn't put Jordan Davis in there because you still got Cameron.
Cameron.
From Washington. From
Yeah.
Golden. From not Golden State. From New Orleans.
Not Cameron Brate, but is it Cameron Brate? Cameron. I know you're talking.
New Orleans. The New
Yeah.
Orleans. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's like, are you putting? Do they win out more than not over a top offensive line, or do you think it was a stalemate? Defensive ends, Eric. We're not outside linebackers.
I would definitely put. Depending on what the play is, because if we're talking all pass plays.
Oh yeah, they gonna wear them down all pass plays.
Yeah, all pass plays. Then yeah, they probably gonna kill them in the long run. Them D ends are gonna work them because they.
Oh,
did you see Did you see the move Myles Garrett put on last night? Did you see that spin move he did? He did it on Samaje Perine and the left tackle, left tackle. He went in. Samaje was supposed to chip him or help him, which he did, but he just spit off Samaje and went inside and was right on top of Joe Burrow, bro. It's crazy. So yeah, when it comes to pass, yeah, I definitely believe the DN's going definitely.
The DN's make that line right there.
Yeah, he is the truth. Myles Garrett is definitely
especially the four, which you just named, like that is problem. Yeah. That's speed. That's problematic. That's problematic. And then
bruh,
you got Aaron Donald coming up, banging the middle, and him and Jordan. Like
you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I would feel bad for
it. Even I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, hey, coach,
line would probably be a problem.
Don't we got a backup QB? Because I feel like my hamstring is tweaked. I feel like my hamstring is tweaked.
I gotta go drive.
Can you imagine seeing that coming at you? Man, you can't roll left. Like Lamar wouldn't even want to see that. He can't roll left. He can't roll right. He can't go up the middle because there go Donald. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of
Of course, and speaking of defenses, the Baltimore Ravens basically acquired Chicago Bears linebacker Roquan Smith for linebacker AJ Klein and the second round 2023 draft pick and fifth round 2023 draft pick. Currently, Roquan Smith leads the league with 83 tackles. Who you think at this point won this trade, Bishop? You think those draft picks?
That was crazy. That's a crazy. Like he's a first round pick, and they've already pushed him off to the Ravens. That's so crazy, man.
They don't want to pay him. They don't want to pay him.
I think the Ravens won this. I'm gonna be honest. In my personal opinion, I think the Ravens won this.
This trade.
Trade, I do. And the Ravens is making major moves, man, trying to get things done. I don't know. For me, it's yeah. I think the Ravens run that trade. I'm so glad that the Bears did that. What? Smith was on a mission. You say quick pass plays and run the ball. You ain't running the ball with Donald in the middle. That is not happening. And the way Michael Parsons come off that edge,
or any of it, that's like you got power in both. You got power in Garrett. You got power in speed in Watt, and then you got speed in both Parsons and Bosa. Like that's a problem.
That's a major problem. Major problem. There's no running that. Have you seen?
Basically, that's when it comes to getting hit. As long as I'm not getting hit.
Yeah. Have you seen Michael Parsons run people down, bro? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous on run plays. He's running people down.
Additionally, of course, last night the Cincinnati lost cornerback Chidobe Aziwa. Owuzie, I'm sorry. As he left the game, possible knee injury. That's unfortunate. That just made it worse for Cincinnati. Miami lost offensive lineman Liam Eichenberg to basically he's due to miss some games with the MCL tear. Mm-hmm. So Miami just got a little lesser at the offensive line we was just talking about. But however, Buffalo's secondary just got a little bit richer as cornerback Tre'Davious White is expected to come back from being out roughly over a year with as he rehabbed his torn ACL. So Tre'Davious White is back. The Los Angeles Rams had a slight scare as Cooper Kupp went out.
Oh, but they just said, yeah,
he's expected to play Sunday against Tampa Bay. As he was, they said it was just it was a little swell. It showed no structural damage or anything like that, so he's good to go. But this right quick, Bishop, this came up to mind, right? And I seen it in a chat, and I was like, you know what? I have to enter into the chat in reference to it. The question was, does San Francisco or should San Francisco make a play for Odell Beckham Jr.? Like, do they need him?
Anybody could use OBJ right
that
now.
Part. Like,
Anybody
who doesn't want?
OBJ.
Who does? Come on, stop it, Eric.
Yeah.
Hell
anybody
yeah.
Can use anybody can use OBJ. Anybody can use OBJ right now.
Without a doubt. Can you imagine us with OBJ right now? For one, honestly, to me, in my opinion,
it would be an identical look to the Rams last year.
What did the Rams do last year?
Picked up OBJ, and then they already had Cooper Kupp, and then they had Cam Akers in the backfield.
Cam Akers in the backfield. Yeah, he came back.
They had everything. They had it all. They had all three angles covered.
Beckham was, only was good for maybe the first part of the half, and then he went out with an injury.
Yeah, he got
but
hurt.
They won the Super Bowl.
Right, he got hurt, but he did all of what he needed to do during the season too. He was a threat, toward the.
Yeah, he put them in position to be where they was after the fact.
Yeah.
So I was like, who does? That's why I said I basically when I answered, I was like, yo, who can? You always can use weapons.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, OBJ probably could fit anywhere right now. The teams only play. You know what?
Contender wise.
Yeah, only team he would not probably fit in is my beloved Eagles. He has no slot. He has no position there. There's nowhere he could fit.
At this point, tell me if you believe I'm wrong, good, bad, or indifferent. It looks like Smith doesn't have a position either.
I just think Jalen is done. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talk about that. And I've heard people talk about that for the past couple
2 games in a row.
Yeah,
AJ is getting back stronger.
Getting all the burn and getting all the catches and stuff. I think right now, just Jalen is just so comfortable right now. OJ to the Bucks, no. I mean, he could go there. He could.
Why, though? That's definitely
but why? Yeah. I'm sure Tom would love him to come. Don't get me wrong. Tom would definitely love him to come. He probably won't. Tom is probably on Gronkowski's phone every weekend, Monday, calling, hey, Gronk, hey, bro, look, do you see what they doing to me? Bro, I need you, man. Please come back. I need you, Gronk. I need you. But with what's going on with that team, I don't see OBJ wanting to go there. But yeah, he could definitely go. Green Bay need him. Yeah, definitely. Green Bay.
I don't think he would go to Green Bay at this point either. I think that Christian McCaffrey.
But again, that's another one. That's another one. Like Trey saying, that's another team that don't like. I don't know if I would want to go there either. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he could go to. There's a few teams that he could definitely go to. Another team I don't think I could see him going to is Dallas. I don't think they need him.
Ooh.
I don't think they need him. Well, they have got about 5 hours to get him. That's true. It's drawing close, drawing near.
No, he would be good because he's a free agent.
Oh, that's right. He signed with the Rams no more. Yeah,
he was a free agent, so he's good.
That's right. He is a free agent. He ain't with the Rams no more. Rams could use him again. They could definitely bring him back if they was the Rams could use him. The 49ers. The 49ers could get him. Yeah, there's some teams out there.
He's in the same position that he was in last year when he came back off injury.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, pretty much. Seattle could use him. Seattle with Metcalf, him and Metcalf, that would be crazy. Lockett, that would be crazy out there. KC could use him.
Nah, KC don't need him now that they got bringing in. They brought in Tony from New York.
Tony who?
Kadarius Tony.
He ain't an OBJ though.
No, but they got Tony. They have Hardman. They have
y'all could use him though.
Schuster. They have too many.
Yeah, I know they got Juju.
They got Scantling. Like they're good. That receiver.
Ravens could use him.
Ravens could use him. Correct.
Ravens could. Yeah. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony who. The Ravens could definitely use him. Like I said, yeah, y'all could use him. The Minnesota, him and uh what's his name? Cook. We talking a 3-head monster there. We talking Cook,
Jefferson, Cook,
Jefferson, and OBJ.
OBJ. You still have they got Irv Smith, who's up and coming, the tight
Yeah.
end. They have Adam Thielen. Like, yeah.
Boy, that would be. Nah, we good, bro. Okay, I feel you. I mean, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, OBJ, I could definitely see him in San Francisco. That's a team he could probably definitely go to. They definitely contenders right now. So I would definitely.
Because
see
what
him.
I see is there is too much. Like everyone's is big on what happened with Christian McCaffrey and everything like that. It's all good for fantasy owners. I mean, he helped Bishop beat me this past weekend. So even with all that being said, that was a high utilization rate. So you're basically telling me over the course of the next 11, 8, 10 more games that this is what we're going to see with them using like everything, like give the ball the wheel type. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But take in consideration, Debo was out. So they was without
Debo
Debo.
was out. Yep, Debo was out because he hurt.
Who's going to take a huge hit in this aspect is George Kittle, because George Kittle doesn't get that same utilization anymore. So, you know what I'm saying, Brandon Ayuk is starting to get the ball more. So yeah, we got like it's just one of those things like for to win now, I would be like, yes, let's go ahead and let's bring in Odell.
I can see that. That makes sense. The Bulls could use him. Bills, I meant to say. Buffalo?
Ooh.
Boy.
Because your cousin ain't playing no more. He ain't showing up.
Yeah, Davis. Yeah, if Josh get OBJ, ooh, and he's a threat running the ball. Ooh, boy. Yeah, that would be. Ooh, but you know who? Even though he probably wouldn't go there, but I'm gonna tell you a team who it would be detrimental if he was to go out there.
Oakland. I mean, Las Vegas.
Nah, well, that might help them. Yeah, that's one, but not even that. Arizona. If he was to go out there with him, Ertz, and
Hopkins.
Hopkins, bruh, bruh, or even Atlanta with Mariota.
I don't think he would be good in Atlanta, nor the Jags. I see Leslie said the Jags. I don't think Atlanta or the Jags. Because London is all right. You got Pitts out there. He's good.
Pitts.
Patterson will be back at some point.
Cordell. But Cordell's at running back now. He ain't even at wide.
Yeah, he's used out the backfield.
Yeah.
Ridley is gone currently, so he's going for the rest of the year.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why they could use him. Because they could use him for those missing pieces that they have right now. Cordell gone, Ridley's gone. All you got is Pitts in them. If he was to come out there with Marcus Mariota, they could probably change. I feel like they could probably change that team around. The Jaguars, no. Jaguars is just not who they are. Denver, I don't know. Him and Russell.
No, I don't think Denver definitely not because they still have their young guns in Judy and although Hamler's injured. Is it Hamler's injured? One of them's injured.
One of them.
Yeah. So I mean they still got young formidable wide receivers in which they probably wouldn't want to serve that core.
What about Cincinnati or Chicago? I mean Cincinnati or Cleveland?
Nah, Cleveland. Well, I don't know if you see them going back to Cleveland. Although it could be when you look at Deshaun, Amari.
That part. Different quarterback, different mindset, different type of. They got Jacoby behind him now. Until Deshaun comes back, which Deshaun is coming back here soon in 3 weeks, 2 more
4
weeks.
weeks.
Is it 4? I thought it was after week 11.
He comes back a week. He comes back. He's
week
back,
12.
but he can't play till week 13.
Is it week 13? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays when they play against the Houston Texans.
The Texans, that's right.
That's when he's eligible to play.
First getting back, yeah. Actually, Dan might be a good spot. I'm telling you, bro. Back to the Giants. Ooh, back to the Giants. Ooh.
Nah, the reason I say not back to the Giants is because they don't have anything there really. I don't know how they're winning, but they are winning.
They're winning though.
They don't have any receivers.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't, and that's why he could possibly go back because they don't have any receivers. They will welcome him with open arms. Would you play Watson? Absolutely, you have to.
He's not.
Why
It's
wouldn't
not
you?
like Jacoby isn't doing like.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
3-5 right now, or not
yeah. I
three and
play with
five. They're what are they?
3-4.
3-4. Yeah, you would have to, bro. No, they 3-5.
Yeah,
They
3-5.
3-5. Yeah, you would have to, bro. And there's no reason. There's no reason why not to play Deshaun.
So,
Why would you hold him out?
so right now, Bishop, we're
Mhm.
getting close to the end of the show, but so I ask you right now, what is your Power Five right now in the NFL before we get to
Man, I was just
before
looking
we
at
get the
what's
other
going
two?
on Power Five on First Take, man. They I don't know what I don't know what we have to do to get number one, man. I don't know what we have to do to get number one, but I'm gonna give you my top five, man. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you in five, I'll give you five puts me at give me the Cowboys at 5,
Okay.
the Dolphins at 4.
Mm.
No, the Cowboys at 5, the Ravens at 4. No, I can't do that. No, Ravens at 5, the Ravens at 5, the Dolphins at 4, the Cowboys at 3, the Bills at 2, the Eagles at 1.
Okay. I give me the put the trucks down, Bishop. Give me
I don't want to
the
put the drugs down, bro. What are you talking about, Ron? Go ahead, Trey. I just want to know why, Ron. What drugs, bro? What am I missing?
give me the 49ers at 5,
Oh, of course.
the Vikings at 4,
Okay.
the Cowboys at 3, Philly at 2, Buffalo at 1.
Y'all are disrespectful, bro. Why are we on some BS, boy? Y'all. What's the BS, man? I mean, I did leave. Did I? I didn't put the Vikings in there, did I?
No, you didn't.
Are the Vikings better than the Dolphins, Trey?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Are the Vikings better than the Ravens?
Are the Vikings better than the Ravens? Yeah, probably.
Are the Vikings better than the Cowboys?
Ooh. Probably not.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Oh man, that's a tough one, man.
I know. You look at
Because what you just
but
did is we just seen them remove Ezekiel Elliott from the lineup and still
one was winning game.
took
Matter of
care
fact,
of
they won
business.
4 in a row.
If
Won
you
4.
remove
Well,
if you
three.
remove
Was it 3
Dalvin
in a
you
row?
remove Dalvin Cook from the lineup, you're not going to get that same type of Madison isn't producing the same thing. So I think Dallas gets the nod on that one.
It's better than the Cowboys for sure. Trey, what about KC? Ooh.
I know.
I didn't put KC. I didn't put KC in there either.
I think KC is on the cusp at number 6.
They are. They're like 6 to 7. Yeah, they right there. They're kind of they faltering here and there, man. They're faltering here and there. So you basically asking Justin Jefferson. You basically asking is Justin better than Michael Parsons? There's two different people, but they're two different positions. How can you?
Now Justin Jefferson might be better than CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
but again,
that's fair to say. But
Dak Prescott is probably better than Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yeah, that's fair to say. That's real fair to say. Without question.
Dalvin Cook might be better than Ezekiel Elliott.
But is he better than Tony Pollard?
But he might not be. Well, he's better than Pollard, but Pollard is clearly better than Madison. And Ezekiel Elliott is better than Madison. So it's like it's a lot of that is like
on each side of the ball.
Dalton Schultz is better than Irv Smith. It's always like I just think it is. But you know what I'm saying? Of course, getting to this the NFL, we usually start with ESPN's first. We start off with NFL's first. At number 32, the Houston Texans is so unfortunate. 31, Detroit Lions. 30, Jacksonville Jaguars. How far? Carolina Panthers at number 29. At number 28, the Indianapolis Colts. We had such big thoughts for them. Number 24, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry, Tomlin. At number 26, the Denver Broncos. At number 25, the Washington Commanders. At number 23, the Chicago Bears climbing out. Correction, at number 24, the Chicago Bears climbing out the cellar. Oh, to sit up and think, I look at that win 3-5 and to think that San Francisco is one of those wins. At number 23, the Las Vegas Raiders. Bishop, think about where we had them initially.
We did. We thought so much. We thought so highly of Carr and which boy.
Number 22, the Arizona Cardinals. Number 21, the Cleveland Browns. Slowly but surely. At number 20, Tampa Bay. At number 19, Green Bay. It's funny how they put them right next to each other. At number 18, the Atlanta Falcons. Who would have saw that coming? At number 17, the New Orleans Saints. At number 16, the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's get it together, Herbert. Number 15, the Los Angeles Rams. Again, who would have thunk it? At number 14, the New York Jets. At number 13, the New England Patriots. Number 12, the Miami Dolphins. At 11, again, a huge surprise, the New York Giants at number 11. No different than the Jets. At number 10, the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know how they continue to hold on. At number 9, who would have thought? The Seattle Seahawks at number 9. At number 8, the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to Malik Willis getting his first NFL dub. At number 7, who would have thought this? They hold on slightly. Minnesota Vikings at number 7. At number 6, the Baltimore Ravens. At number 5, the San Francisco 49ers. At number 4, the Dallas Cowboys. At number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. Why is that BS, Eric?
You already knew it was coming.
At number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, at number 1, the Buffalo Bills continue to hold on to the top spot.
I can't wait until we play Buffalo, bro. I cannot wait.
In the ESPN.
Oh, we don't play Buffalo. I don't think we play Buffalo. Yeah, we don't play Buffalo. No, I'm tripping.
So the 49ers over. Yes, why not?
Yeah, we don't play Buffalo. I don't think we play Buffalo. I wish we did, bro. No, we don't play Buffalo.
What the for the NFL for the
I don't know how many more games we gotta win, man, to put us at 1, bro. This is just crazy, bro.
ESPN, the number 1 team. Correction. The 32 teams. Houston is at the bottom of the heap as usual. Detroit 31. At 30, Pittsburgh Steelers.
You saw this? The 49ers over.
At number 28, the Carolina Panthers. Eric, stop hating. At number 27, the Las Vegas Raiders. At 26, the Chicago Bears. At 25, the Denver Broncos. Arizona comes in at number 24. At number 23, the Cleveland Browns. 22, the Indianapolis Colts. At 21, the New Orleans Saints. 20, the Green Bay Packers. 19, the Washington Commanders. At 18, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 17, the New England Patriots. At 16, the Los Angeles Chargers. 15, the Atlanta Falcons. At number 14, the Los Angeles Rams. At 13, we come in with the New York Jets. 12, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 11, the New York Giants as we come into the top 10. Tennessee Titans at number 10. At number 9, the San Francisco 49ers. At number 8, the Seattle Seahawks. At number 7, the Miami Dolphins. At number 5 at ESPN, the Minnesota Vikings. The Dallas Cowboys at 4. At 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now this is right. This dude, I knew it. I see. At number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. At number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 1, yet again, the Buffalo Bills. So again, Bishop, again.
But see, I'm not the only one that feels this way about it.
Yeah, I see Drunkus. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking. Jeff Saturday doesn't even have the Vikings in his top 5 A-lists. He does not. He has the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, Eagles. I don't know how he has us at number 2 still, in the Bills. So it's just not us, Eric. I just wanted to let you know. It's just not us, guy.
So, of course, like you said, there you have it for today.
I don't know what we got to do, man. We got the Commanders next. The Houston. We got Houston Texans.
Got the Texans.
Then the Commanders. Then the Colts. Then the Packers.
You know what? I
We
don't
need to.
think it's probably nothing y'all can do. It's probably Buffalo has to do it. Buffalo has to lose again. Because as long as Buffalo keeps on winning consistently with good impressive wins, they're going to
You
continue
don't
to
think
hold
it?
off. Or
You're
unless
not.
y'all have an impressive win over somebody.
They're not top 5 for y'all. They're not Dolphins. Not top 5. Oh, you didn't put the Dolphins in your top 5 either, did you, Trey?
They're not top 5. Nah, not yet. They were top 5, but I mean,
You
unfortunately,
see
2
that?
of them.
You see that, Eric? It's because of that Cousins guy. We literally beat the Dolphins 2 weeks ago. We beat the. I'm just saying. We are above the Cowboys.
Who was that? Who was quarterbacking when you played the Dolphins, Eric? I
It
can
wasn't
tell
Tua.
you. I
Wasn't
can
Tua.
tell you who was quarterbacking when San Francisco beat the L.A. Rams twice.
It wasn't Tua. Yeah, it wasn't Tua.
Like, yeah. So, yeah.
It is what it is, man. We just give no respect. Don't worry, we'll get our respect when we win the Super Bowl.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon enough.
When we get in this Super Bowl, y'all ain't gonna have no choice but to respect us then. And once we get in this Super Bowl, bro. Once we get in this Super Bowl, you ain't gonna have no choice but to respect us. Know that. Coming.
Again, Bishop, real quick. Tonight, CFP. Who's 1 through 4 for the CFP?
1 is Georgia. 1 is Georgia. 2 is Tennessee. 3 is Ohio State. 4 is Michigan.
Of course, you know I feel differently. Number
course,
1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Tennessee, you said.
Tennessee. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Ohio State. Michigan, number 4. Who you think is going to be the highest one loss team in the CFP?
Of course, it's going to be Alabama.
No, where do you think they're going to be at?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
They're still going to be in the plane. Be in, but yeah.
Does a one loss team get ranked higher than a
no loss team?
Undefeated team?
Does a 1 loss team get
in
this
Alabama?
CFP?
Yeah, in the CFP.
Yeah,
does Alabama get higher than a top
team
tier?
that's undefeated? Yes.
Yeah, because they're going to be over Tulane. We understand that, but are they going to be over a Michigan or a?
Well, no, they're not going to be over Michigan. Now, they're not going to be over Michigan. Not this week. Y'all know Bama will be in there. Yeah, Bama. Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Bama.
they're going to be there. They're going to be like you said, top 6.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, but they won't be over Michigan. They won't be over Ohio. They won't be over those top 4. They won't be over them now, but they may be over somebody else who has no losses.
Clemson, TCU.
Somebody like that,
right?
Right. TCU is undefeated, I think. Yeah. So yeah, they'll be over somebody like that, but they won't be over the top 4.
Oregon's a 1 loss team.
Yeah. It won't. Y'all a 1 loss team, ain't you too?
Yeah, but Oregon is ahead of us. I mean, but like you said, it's the CFP. They might say, USC has more value than Oregon, and sit up and be like, yeah, Oregon. But I don't foresee. Right in the AP, we're USC. I mean, it's Oregon is number 9. Number 8 is. Number 8 is Oregon. 9 is USC. 10 is UCLA.
Okay. Yeah.
That's in the AP. So it'll be interesting tonight, 7:00 tonight. Houston and Philly. Because of the rain postponement. Like I said, tomorrow, be sure to tap in with us, come in and fall into formation as we have 2 men that vent Nashville stand up. They'll be in the building with us. Ron will be in the building with us. A couple of interesting perspectives on it. You have some people talk. I'm very sure they're going to stand on the desk in reference to anything that's all Tennessee, especially Tennessee, representing for the Volunteers. So it should be a whole good show tomorrow. We look forward to checking in with y'all as we try to give y'all bring up more interactive comment. I won't be late tomorrow, I promise. I will make sure I click the button 2 times. 2 times, not just 1, but 2 times to make sure that we hear in effect. We look forward to y'all. Glad y'all was rocking with us today. Bishop, any last words before we bounce, bro?
No, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, from the Dons to Eric Smalls to Durant to Braun to anybody that was on here this morning, man. Thank you, Leslie. Who else was on here?
Ron,
the frat that was on here from Freddie, Kenneth, my LB, you know, Freddie, thank y'all all for tuning in to, First Formation. We appreciate you. Like I've always said, man, there is no First Formation without y'all, man. So thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous Tuesday. Thank somebody, hug someone, and have a great day. We'll holler back at you. Row 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. We'll holler back at y'all.